This is the packaging of Carnage, and one interesting thing is the background is white, which might be a first for the Marvel Legends packaging. And look at that nice card art over here. And that's the back of the package. And going to open this up and continue the review. This is Carnage out of the package from the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave. It is about 6.5 inches tall. Carnage comes with the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure head, and this takes 6 parts to complete. And first thing that really stands out is look at that axe and that open left hand claw. They have made Carnage before, and this is sort of a reissue with improved parts and a look to it. And incredible job here. One thing to notice is this is attached. You cannot remove this from the hand. And he has had this type of weapon in the comic books. And let's check out an example from the comic art. So it's really nice that it has comic reference and they made it as a toy. One thing that they could have done better though was there's no black here. In the comics you could have some black symbiote goo on here. So maybe they could have painted this black, would have made it a little bit better. But I really like this claw hand. Check it out. It looks like 6 fingers, but this is really just a symbiote part coming out of a finger. And you could see the symbiote tendrils all over here. This part comes out. I'll do that in a moment. But it also has quite a few other accessories. Look at this. It has an extra pair of hands and an unmasked head of Cletus Cassidy. And I'm going to swap that out in a minute. This part comes out of the back. Looks better with it on. Just looks a bit better that way. And first, I'm going to put the unmasked head on. But before I do that, let's just check out the Carnage proper head. And they've used this part before, but it still looks nicely done, especially with the mouth open. And look at that unmasked head. First time in the Marvel Legends line. If you thought Eddie Brock, Venom, was crazy, he has nothing on this guy. It looks so well done. It's tough to decide if you want to put the Carnage look on or the unmasked look for the character. And especially with this weapon here and the claw hands here. Very dramatic. I'm going to swap out the hands in a moment. And this is the standard symbiote hands that they've used on other action figures and on the other Carnage figure. It's a good all-purpose hand for symbiotes. So look at this, the hair, it took the time to really sculpt and make it unique and like the comic art. The costume, again, the black is just painted on, but when you have these extra tendril parts added to the sculpt, it makes for a better figure. Gonna swap this out. As for the articulation, the head in a ball joint, good downrange and up and to the sides, ball jointed shoulder area, in, out, up or down, swivel bicep. It has double elbow articulation. The wrists can go in, out, can spin it around. Upper torso, good range, down, up, and swivel waist. The hips, side to side, up or down, has a swivel thighs, has double knees and calf articulation, and the ankles in a ball joint, up, down, and to the sides. And scale wise, He's thinner and Venom is bigger, just like the comic books. So it's a good mold that they chose. And I'm going to give my final thoughts about this action figure in a moment. Alright, my final overall thoughts about this Carnage action figure that is part of the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave is that it's an incredible figure. Even though it is just a reissue, just modified from a previous Carnage, if you don't have that figure, this is the superior figure. I thought Cletus Cassidy unmasked head sculpt is really well done, just like the comic books. And I really like these new hands, the left big swap out hand and the right battle axe hand. I just think it looks really incredible that they gave it that accessory. And it's just a better Carnage action figure than previous Hasbro ones, and it's just so well made. And so if you have the other previous Carnage, you really don't need this. And this is an upgrade though. But if you don't have a Carnage figure, I would definitely recommend this. And just that unmasked head sculpt and the battle axe really help get this figure over and make it a superior figure. So that's the review. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later.